Neerja, my memory of her is I really have seen her more than I've heard her speak. I don't think too many people will recall how she sounded. I remember being very soft-spoken, but always around.
Neerja for me was like, like this lovely, happy person to know. Wonderful, sweet, frail, pretty girl that we had in our class. She was in a sense quiet, she was a little shy. She'd get embarrassed if anybody ever, mentioned anything about her being pretty or the fact that she had these beautiful hazel eyes. No clue about what she might grow up to do, later in life.
I remember one incident when about 8 or 9 of us were punished for creating a ruckus in class, and she was not, though she was part of the group. And she came out and she took the punishment with us, and we told her you don't need to, but she did that. That's my lasting memory of her from school.
She was in Xavier's College. In fact, she got discovered in the Bombay magazine. There was this photographers who used to roam around, I think, a few colleges in Bombay, and then they sort of picked her out, sort of put her into a completely different spectrum of, modeling and all that. And she certainly was a pretty girl next door that they recognized her to be. As it happens, Atul is my brother-in-law, so one had access to the fact that the movie was being thought of. And then suddenly they hit on this date, and it was, in fact, all the more sort of startling was because the date they hit, as it happened, was the day after the Founders' Day of Bombay Scottish School. We're telling people that I think this girl is still somewhere up there playing the little chess of making sure the dates were so close to the school. One got in touch with, the thought that, so they sort of bounced it off my batch, the people that we were all with, and everybody got excited saying, yeah, of course we should watch this movie together, because there's nothing better than, that would be the best experience to sort of, watch Neerja, for us again. And who better to get us all together? I mean, it was just, I think, an amazing sort of an experience to be there in the theatre for those 2.5 hours. And yeah, I mean, I think, and the film sort of, in a sense, of course, I think captures to a great extent what, her personality was like, because, as they show in the film, I mean, she was, in a way, not trained to be what she did. Hats off and respect to her for what she did. And in that sense, the movie sort of brought her back to life for us. In the sense, there she was, she's there as part of us again.
The filmmakers got it right. If I were to, I cannot differentiate in my mind today whether it was Sonam Kapoor or whether it was Neerja. I really cannot. I cannot. The fact how, I believe Neerja would have been doing like that, pulling herself together after difficult situations and then trying to bring a semblance of, calmness in the situation and trying to stand up for things. So I really cannot differentiate, and that is, I think, a big statement for the performance of Sonam Kapoor. The last thing I'd like to say is that this film, was a cleansing really for all of us at Bombay Scottish, because we were so occupied with building our lives. In 1986, September, I was looking for a job. We were not in touch with anybody, and it's a strange feeling to forget about somebody who did so much, it's not, and lost her life doing so much. So I hope that Sonam wins some awards. I really hope she wins some awards. She's got one award that money cannot buy, that is the membership t-shirt. I hope she wins some awards. I hope the jury, in their wisdom, find her suitable, because she came alive for us. If I look at Sonam now, my mind says Neerja. I really can't say anything more.